I'm sorry. I had to. I absolutely had to. But no.
But I like these channels where it's also, it sounds like he's running a business. Which
he is.
And doing YouTube. And those guys.
It's not easy.
You're trying to integrate all that together. It's not easy.
It's a lot. Running a business takes a lot of your time. It takes 80% of your time.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Car Guy Algorithm. I'm Doug of Nightfall.Drives.
And I'm Joe of Jay's Driveway.
Shall we start the restoration and maintenance category?
Yes.
My first one here is another little dream, GT40 Ford. Obviously the Ford versus Ferrari film was recently as well, reignited the interest in these. This is a guy called Ratchet Rebuilds.
Oh, okay.
And I discovered this channel, I can't quite remember the sequence of events, but I think I discovered this channel where he was restoring a GT40, not continuation, but evocation or something.
Yeah.
There's different words for different types of GT40s, but it's essentially a replica, but a very good one. Mm-hmm. And he was restoring this, repainting it and everything. Yeah. And the video I've got on here as well, he's doing a dyno run. Yeah. There's also GT40 on a dyno. It's, if that doesn't sell you a video.
Yeah, the sound of those cars is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I think I found his channel and then saw the car was on, it was a prize on one of these competition websites. Yeah. So I obviously entered and watched the live draw and didn't win, but so I don't know where it is now. But it's a really nice series about the build and also the scope of the project becoming much bigger over time, which tends to happen. He's doing more and more to the car and respraying it, and obviously one of these guys that likes to do the work and then use it a little bit, but then start the next thing. And he's now started a Gullwing Mercedes conversion, which weirdly the SLK, the original SLK, I think the wheelbase is identical to a Gullwing SL Mercedes. The 50s.
Oh, really? Okay.
So he's literally taking an SLK apart and putting the body of a Gullwing classic Mercedes on top of it.
That's quite smart.
Which is quite an interesting build watch as well.
Yeah. My one? Mm-hmm. Right. So my first one is a channel which you will hear me say a lot. Almost everyone in the Honda community should know about this channel, which is DannyDC2. Now, this channel isn't just specific to maintenance. Super talented racing driver, road trips, track days, all of that stuff. But the videos I find really quite interesting, and sometimes he does hour-long versions of his videos, which, by the way, bring back. I actually do love a long, detailed video. Oh, yeah. Of course, you trim the fat. As content creators, we know how that works. But for me, especially if you chapter it, it makes it easier for people's attention span. Anyway, he does maintenance videos on the cars that he owns. I won't mention all of them because I'm not trying to do any kind of spoiler alerts. But his Integra DC2 Type R, he's recently reviving, which is fantastic. It's got a K24 engine in it, which used to be in that car. Then he had a racing Civic with a racing Civic EG, which had a K24 in it, and that blew up. Cadwell, correct me if I'm wrong, right. Or Alton Park. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was Cadwell. Cadwell's the one they call the mini Nurburgring.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a great place.
Yeah. I really want to do a track day there one day. And then he had to take the engine out of that and bring it back. It hasn't been on the road for a long time, so there's that. He also has an M3, which again is quite well known on his channel. These are cars he's owned for a while, and he does maintenance on it. He talks about rust. There's so many, he's done hundreds of videos, like loads of videos on different cars over the time that he's raced. And his maintenance is a lot closer to home for me because he just teaches himself, if that makes sense. Like if there's stuff that he doesn't know, then he'll teach himself. And then he'll talk about it. He'll go over his challenges. He actually builds quite a nice community as he's building his thing. So he has like a Discord channel and things like that. And yeah, I just find his videos really nice, and he's quite funny too. Which again, I love humor. So yeah, especially natural humor. So yeah, I think,
so if you capture some just stuff that happens, that's the funniest thing. Isn't it?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And if it's like a few of the videos we've recommended are really long form, like hour-long stuff, which if they put the chapters in, it's great as well.
Yeah.
It's out there for free on YouTube, and
Quite literally, it's for free. I mean, I love those sort of videos. I can get immersed in them, lost in them. My partner always says to me, like, "You're always on YouTube." I'm like, quite literally, there's very, apart from maybe sometimes where there's a series on Netflix, I am forever on YouTube. I literally am. You know, it's content that literally hits home, especially when you're a car guy. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My next and final recommendation, unless we go off piste again, for full transparency, this is a friend of mine, Rowan, who runs the channel RC Classic Garage.
Okay.
And he's putting out a lot of videos. He's done all by himself. He's got a lovely classic collection.
Yeah.
In particular, the one I'm sharing today is on his barn find Alfa Romeo GTV 1750.
That's awesome.
And that was in what appeared to be quite good condition, but it had been there for 40 years or something.
Yeah.
And it had been sheltered in this barn. They dragged it out, and again, we mentioned before about the scope creep. He's finding things in that car that he's having to cut back a lot of the sill, the bodywork, and get things fabricated.
Yeah,
there's so much going on, but he's doing a great series, like documenting all the work, and he's a lovely guy, and I just find him quite relaxing but interesting to watch.
Awesome.
And also relieved that I'm not having that extended work done on my cars.
But wait, Doug, I'm telling you, there is a lot of satisfaction in having the image of the potential car, a car you have with a lot of potential, and getting it there. It comes with its cons. There's a part of it where you're like, I've now spent all of this money, and because you've built it, sometimes, and this hits close to home, sometimes you take it for granted for where it is now, and maybe it takes for someone else to drive it, dare I say, own it, and then you're like, actually, this is great. But the journey that he is on, is 100% worth it. People outside would be like, wasting money, but for us, it's like, well, this is feeding my soul.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
and he seems to be enjoying the process and the journey. And then I think his problem is he doesn't sell cars. He just he imports cars, and his collection's getting bigger.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem. I think he had a Ferrari 360 Spider, which he did sell.
Nice.
So yeah, I don't want to be too harsh on his growing collection, but he uses cars as well. He goes out and about, and
which is good.
Yeah, goes to shows, goes to Goodwood and stuff like that. So
really good. As and when I have a car collection as well, I hope I never need to sell a car again. It's not an easy thing to do. You have to really make sure you're making the right decision at the right time too, which is very important. But I mean, I'd love to follow that journey too. Yeah.
So and your final pick.
So before I say my final pick, I imagine this will be a category that comes up again. Yeah. But I must say, in and around my civic community, I've come across quite a few channels where they're very similar to mine, especially we speak about maintenance, or we speak about rejuvenation, especially the how-to videos. They are the unsung heroes. The amount of times I've gone into, for example, when I had the Civic and I used to go in YouTube, how to change the folding mirror sensor on a wing cap, and it'll be a little channel, maybe like 2 or 3 subscribers, but that video's got 10,000 views because everyone's doing exactly the same thing as me. All of you, I shout out to you. But the one I will say that I like watching, right, which is quite random because I don't have a Mercedes, right, is a car channel called SPR Autos. So I found out about them through another channel that I watched called High Peak Autos, which is like a second-hand car dealer. If you guys don't know who that is, very much worth the watch. But these SPR Autos are literally a garage in, I want to say in and around Manchester area, so they're up north. And the owner is, he's very monotone, which is like a running joke between like the people that subscribe to him. But he's actually he's so straightforward. You speak about transparency, he's very transparent. Like he will literally, he will talk about problems in Mercedes cars that maybe you're thinking about getting, but you didn't know maybe the unreliability of it. Also, the difference between modern cars and older cars, like the build quality and parts and how much it costs, and even like battles he's had with Mercedes, because he's an independent specialist. Oh, yeah. I love content like that. Yeah, I can literally just sit there and watch it. Even if he was just sitting there talking about it, it might seem boring to him. But honestly, he's doing a service to people that are maybe thinking about getting a Mercedes, for example. And I'd love to own like an old school C63 AMG of that time. Not because it's like a handlerless car or anything like that, but just that engine alone. And also the way they look and they sound. Yeah,
very special. Sort of, it's not going to be repeated again, is it? And,
no, but not the way we're heading. I mean, look, the new C63 is a 2 litre. I'm sorry, I had to. I absolutely had to. But no.
But I like these channels where it's also, it sounds like he's running a business.
He is.
And doing YouTube. And those guys.
It's not easy.
You're trying to integrate all that together. It's not easy.
It's a lot. Running a business takes a lot of your time. It takes 80% of your time. So then to now do content in and around that time, get it edited and bring it out. And as far as I know, he is the one that edits them and brings them out too.
Really?
Yeah. Which is...
That's crazy.
I mean...
I do enjoy the editing process.
Same.
And my channel has remained a hobby rather than a business. And, but if you're able to... It's quite time consuming. So
massively.
A lot of people get editors in, don't they, too?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But,
I mean, I remember doing a video a while ago when I was having my engine built. That video took me a day and hours to edit. It didn't feel like it at the time, but I literally did half a day, then turned my brain off, half a day, and then it was ready. And that's time of cutting and snipping, making sure you've got certain timers right, spell checking, which sometimes I still fail at, things like that. It's a lot. So for someone to do that, especially run a garage as well, and the work that he does to the quality that he does, he's very transparent, even on pricing. Like they will occasionally get project cars in. I remember they had a C63 that they bought, which had a failed engine in it or something like that a while ago. And he literally went down to the coin, to the single coin of how much it cost, including labor hours, which I think he roughly added up because it's their hours that they're spending. And doing that. So yeah, I love content like that. And that channel I highly recommend, even if you're not a Mercedes fan, just to watch how it works.
Yeah.
It's
nice.
good.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out.
Definitely.